Welcome back to Ageless Mind and Body, where we empower you to take control of your health naturally and intelligently. If you've noticed that your eyesight isn't quite what it used to be, maybe sunlight feels too harsh, faces aren't as sharp, or reading is more tiring than before you're not alone, most people chalk this up to just getting older. But what if I told you that the real reason behind your vision problems might not be your age, but your plate? That's right. Today, we're diving into a surprising truth. Some of the most common vegetables in your kitchen, yes, even the ones labeled as healthy, could be silently damaging your eyes. The way they're cooked, stored, or consumed might be the hidden trigger behind your blurry vision, eye fatigue, or even long-term sight loss. As a surgeon who's worked with aging adults for decades, I'm here to tell you, vision loss is not inevitable. And it's never too late to make smarter choices. So, if you care about protecting your independence, your clarity, and your ability to see the faces you love, keep watching. Because today, I'm revealing 5 vegetables you should stop eating right now to save your eyesight. 1. Reheated spinach. Spinach has long been considered a nutritional powerhouse, especially among seniors seeking to maintain a healthy diet. Rich in iron, fiber, and antioxidants, it's a popular ingredient in omelets, soups, casseroles, and pasta dishes. But what many people don't realize is that this leafy green, when reheated, can quietly become a threat to your vision. Freshly cooked spinach is perfectly safe and beneficial. However, when it's stored in the fridge and later reheated, a subtle but harmful chemical transformation occurs. Spinach naturally contains high levels of nitrates, which are usually harmless in their original form. But once cooked spinach is cooled and then reheated, these nitrates can convert into nitrites, a different compound altogether with a much more concerning profile. Nitrites, especially in large or repeated exposure, have been linked to increased oxidative stress in the body. In simpler terms, they can damage the delicate and tiny blood vessels in your retina, the part of your eye responsible for processing light and sending visual signals to your brain. Over time, this damage can contribute to the development of macular degeneration, a leading cause of vision loss in older adults. It may also result in other symptoms, such as sensitivity to light, difficulty recognizing faces, and blurry or distorted vision. The troubling part is that this process doesn't happen overnight. It's gradual and silent. You may feel fine for months or even years, while slowly losing your visual sharpness fork by fork, bite by bite, especially if you routinely reheat spinach as part of your meals. Many older adults unknowingly fall into this pattern. They prepare a large batch of spinach-based food to save time and avoid waste, storing the leftovers in the fridge to be eaten later. It feels like a smart and healthy habit. After all, wasting food is something we've been taught to avoid. But in this case, the effort to stretch a meal might be quietly compromising your eyesight. I've seen patients in their 70s and 80s who otherwise lead very clean lifestyles, no smoking, moderate exercise, good hydration, experience unexplained vision decline. When we examine their habits, a surprising number report regularly reheating spinach, believing they were doing the right thing for their health. The truth is, spinach remains a valuable food, but it must be handled correctly. Enjoy it freshly cooked, but avoid reheating it after it's been stored. If you do need to store it, consider eating it cold in a salad rather than reheating it. Small changes like this can make a major difference over time. Protecting your vision doesn't require extreme diets or expensive supplements. It's about awareness and consistency. And sometimes the foods that once seemed harmless or even beneficial need a second look. When it comes to your eyes, the cost of convenience can be far greater than you realize. 2. Raw kale in smoothies. Kale has earned its place as a modern-day superfood celebrated in wellness magazines, grocery store flyers, and senior health blogs for its impressive nutritional profile. Rich in fiber, calcium, antioxidants, and essential vitamins, it's no wonder that so many older adults have embraced kale, especially in its raw form, as part of their daily health routine. One of the most popular ways to consume it is in smoothies. Quick, convenient, and seemingly wholesome green drinks made with raw kale have become a daily habit for countless seniors who are trying to stay sharp, energized, and nutritionally balanced. But while the intention is good, the outcome may be more harmful than helpful, particularly when it comes to your eyes. Raw kale contains a high concentration of oxalates, naturally occurring compounds found in many leafy greens. While not harmful in small amounts, oxalates can become problematic when consumed frequently and in larger doses, especially in raw form. The reason lies in the way oxalates interact with minerals. Specifically, they bind to calcium and zinc, two essential nutrients that play a critical role in maintaining healthy eyes. Calcium is vital for muscle function, including those that support your eyes, while zinc helps transport vitamin A to the retina to produce melanin, a protective pigment in the eyes. When oxalates latch onto these minerals, they form insoluble crystals that the body struggles to absorb. Essentially, your body becomes unable to access the very nutrients it needs to protect your retina, maintain clear vision, and reduce inflammation. Over time, this nutritional interference can lead to subtle but progressive eye issues. Seniors who consume raw kale smoothies daily may begin to notice symptoms like vision fatigue, blurry eyesight, or difficulty seeing clearly in bright sunlight. What's most alarming is that these issues can arise even in individuals who follow otherwise healthy lifestyles. Those who stay active avoid smoking and drink plenty of water. When these seniors come in for help and describe their diets, they often mention proudly that they start each day with a large kale smoothie, believing it to be a smart, health-boosting choice. Unfortunately, the consistent intake of raw kale may be silently blocking their eyes from receiving the support they need. But the solution is simple. Cooking kale, whether by steaming, sautéing, or lightly boiling, dramatically reduces its oxalate content while preserving its valuable nutrients. This process makes calcium and zinc more bioavailable, allowing your body to absorb and use them effectively to support eye health. You don't have to stop eating kale altogether, but it's important to rethink how you're preparing it. Just a slight change in how you treat this leafy green could make a major difference in protecting your sight as you age. When it comes to preserving your vision, it's not only about eating the right foods, it's about preparing them in the right way. Making kale work for your eyes is a matter of balance, not avoidance. Choose wisely, and your vision will thank you. 3. Pickled vegetables. Pickled vegetables hold a special place in the hearts and kitchens of many older adults. They're more than just a side dish, they're a taste of nostalgia, reminding us of family barbecues, holiday gatherings, and simple meals from decades past. Whether it's the crisp snap of a dill pickle, the tangy bite of sauerkraut, or the sweetness of pickled beets, these foods often bring comfort and familiarity. But behind that satisfying crunch lies a less comforting truth. Pickled vegetables may be silently undermining your eye health. While they may seem like harmless condiments or quick additions to a meal, their high sodium content poses a serious risk, especially for aging eyes and blood vessels. Excessive salt intake is a well-known contributor to high blood pressure, but few people realize how closely this condition is tied to vision loss. The capillaries in your eyes, particularly those in the retina, are incredibly delicate. When blood pressure rises, it places immense strain on these tiny vessels, weakening their walls and making them more prone to rupture or leakage. Over time, this can lead to a condition known as hypertensive retinopathy, in which the small blood vessels in the retina become damaged, resulting in blurred vision blind spots or even permanent vision loss. Many seniors experiencing early symptoms, such as increased light sensitivity or occasional blurriness, don't connect it to their diet. But for those who regularly consume pickled vegetables, the link can be significant. What makes the situation worse is that commercial pickled products often contain more than just salt. Many are preserved with artificial additives, colorings, and chemical stabilizers that contribute to inflammation and oxidative stress in the body. These compounds not only burden your circulatory system, but also increase the risk of damage to the sensitive tissues of your eyes. Inflammation plays a key role in the progression of many age-related eye diseases, including macular degeneration and diabetic retinopathy. While a few pickles here and there may not seem like a big deal, regular consumption, especially in combination with other sodium-rich foods, can compound the damage over time. I've spoken with many older patients who were surprised to learn that their daily pickle habit could be working against their vision. They often assume that because pickled vegetables are plant-based, they must be healthy. But when preserving flavor comes at the cost of flooding your system with salt and synthetic chemicals, the long-term impact can be profound. Fortunately, you don't have to give up the tangy taste altogether. Choosing low-sodium, naturally fermented options without artificial ingredients can make a meaningful difference. Or, better yet, try making your own at home, where you can control the ingredients and avoid unnecessary additives. When it comes to eye health, small adjustments often yield the biggest benefits. The next time you reach for a pickle, ask yourself if that moment of flavor is worth risking the clarity of your vision. Because protecting your eyesight starts not just with what you eat, but how often, how much, and how it's made. 4. High doses of garlic. Garlic has been celebrated for centuries as one of nature's most powerful healing foods. Revered across cultures for its ability to boost immunity, fight infections, lower cholesterol, and support heart health, garlic is a staple in kitchens and herbal medicine cabinets around the world. Particularly for older adults, it's often seen as a simple, natural way to support cardiovascular health and overall well-being. However, what many seniors don't realize is that when consumed in high doses, especially in raw form or concentrated supplements, garlic may pose a hidden risk to one of the body's most sensitive and vital systems, the eyes. The beneficial compounds in garlic, particularly allicin, act as natural blood thinners. This can be helpful in preventing clot-related conditions like heart attacks or strokes. But there's a fine line between therapeutic and excessive. When garlic is consumed in large quantities, or when garlic supplements are taken alongside medications like aspirin, warfarin, or other anticoagulants, the blood-thinning effect can become too strong. This increases the likelihood of tiny internal bleeds, particularly in fragile areas of the body like the retina. The retina is lined with an intricate web of microscopic blood vessels, delicate capillaries that are thinner than a strand of hair. As we age, these vessels naturally become more vulnerable, and any added pressure or strain can lead to small hemorrhages. These retinal bleeds often go unnoticed at first, but over time they can manifest as floaters in your vision, sudden blurriness, or flashes of light that appear without warning. Patients who experience these symptoms often assume they're a normal part of aging stress or even eye fatigue. But in many cases, they are actually the result of vascular strain brought on by overuse of garlic, especially when combined with blood-thinning medications. I've met countless older adults who were unknowingly putting themselves at risk. They believed they were doing the right thing, taking garlic capsules every morning, adding raw garlic to their smoothies, or consuming multiple cloves daily for heart health. Unfortunately, their good intentions sometimes led to unintended consequences, with symptoms that disrupted their ability to read, drive, or even recognize faces clearly. The solution isn't to eliminate garlic altogether. When used in moderation as a clove or two added to cooking, it still offers excellent benefits without tipping the balance. Cooking garlic slightly can also mellow its blood-thinning effect while preserving many of its positive properties. But seniors should be especially cautious about garlic supplements, which often contain highly concentrated forms that can amplify its effects dramatically. Before adding any new supplement to your routine, it's essential to consult with a healthcare provider, especially if you're already taking medications that influence blood clotting. In the end, the key is balance. Garlic can be a powerful ally in your wellness journey, but too much of it, especially in raw or supplement form, can quietly sabotage the very health you're trying to protect. If your goal is to preserve clear vision and strong circulation, the wisest approach is moderation-informed choices and always listening to what your body is telling you. 5. Canned corn. Canned corn is a familiar comfort food for many seniors, a sweet golden reminder of home-cooked meals, summer barbecues, and family dinners. Its convenience makes it a popular side dish across the country, especially for those seeking simple, easy-to-prepare meals. But while canned corn may seem harmless or even wholesome, it could be quietly working against your eye health in ways you may not realize. Unlike fresh or frozen corn, which tend to retain much of their original nutrient content, canned corn undergoes a high-heat processing method that strips away some of its most critical antioxidants, specifically lutein and zeaxanthin. These two carotenoids are essential for maintaining the health of the retina and protecting your eyes from harmful blue light and oxidative damage. Without them, the eyes become more vulnerable to age-related macular degeneration, a leading cause of vision loss in older adults. Adding to the concern is the fact that canned corn often contains added salt and sugar ingredients that are rarely listed prominently, but can have a serious impact on long-term health. Excess sodium increases intraocular pressure, which places strain on the optic nerve and raises the risk of conditions such as glaucoma. Meanwhile, added sugar contributes to systemic inflammation throughout the body, including in the tiny blood vessels that nourish the retina. Chronic inflammation can accelerate the aging of ocular tissues and degrade vision over time. Even sweet corn labeled as lightly seasoned or no salt added may still contain preservatives or sweeteners that affect vascular health and eye function. Many older adults turn to canned corn because it feels safe, easy, and familiar. But repeated exposure to these hidden threats adds up. A scoop here, a serving there, it may not seem like much, but over time, it can have cumulative effects. I've seen seniors who eat canned corn several times a week without realizing its connection to their slowly worsening eyesight. They experience subtle changes, more glare when driving difficulty, seeing in dim lighting or blurry edges around objects, and often dismiss these symptoms as a normal part of aging. However, when we examine their dietary habits, canned vegetables, especially corn, frequently come up as a staple that may be quietly draining their eye health. The good news is that protecting your vision doesn't require giving up corn entirely. It's about making smarter choices. Fresh or frozen corn retains more of its natural nutrients and is far less likely to contain added sugars or excessive salt. Simple swaps like steaming frozen corn with a bit of olive oil and herbs can offer the same warm, satisfying flavor without the hidden risks. Vision loss may not be reversible, but it is often preventable with the right habits. So the next time you reach for that familiar, can take a moment to consider whether it's truly supporting your long-term well-being. Your eyes are counting on you to make choices that nourish, not deplete their strength. Small changes today can help preserve the clarity and independence you deserve for years to come. What to eat instead. After learning about the surprising ways that certain common vegetables can harm your eyesight, it's only natural to ask, what should you be eating instead? The good news is, the best foods for protecting and enhancing your vision aren't rare, exotic, or expensive. In fact, they're likely already available at your local grocery store, or even growing in your own backyard. With a little intentionality and care, you can nourish your eyes with the right nutrients and help preserve your vision well into your later years. Let's begin with one of the most iconic vision-supporting vegetables of all, the carrot. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, a powerful antioxidant that the body converts into vitamin A. This vitamin plays a critical role in maintaining the health of your retina, the light-sensitive tissue at the back of your eye responsible for capturing images and sending them to the brain. Without enough vitamin A, the retina can begin to deteriorate, leading to issues like night blindness, dry eyes, and even irreversible damage over time. By regularly including carrots in your diet, whether raw, steamed, roasted, or blended into soups and smoothies, you give your body the tools it needs to maintain sharp vision and adapt to low-light environments. Another often overlooked hero in the fight for healthy eyes is the red bell pepper. While most people know these colorful vegetables are sweet and versatile, few realize that they are also incredibly rich in vitamin C, a nutrient essential for reducing inflammation and strengthening the blood vessels in your eyes. The retina is full of tiny, fragile capillaries that can easily be damaged by oxidative stress, poor circulation, or high blood pressure. Vitamin C helps support the integrity of these vessels, reduces the risk of cataracts, and slows the progression of age-related macular degeneration. Red bell peppers are also high in other antioxidants, like beta-carotene and lutein, which help combat cellular damage and support overall ocular health. Eating them raw in salads, roasted in meals, or even lightly sautéed with other veggies ensures you're getting the most benefit. Now, let's revisit kale, but this time the right way. While raw kale can interfere with mineral absorption due to its oxalate content, gently cooking it by steaming or sautéing reduces those oxalates and unlocks its full nutritional potential. Cooked kale becomes an excellent source of lutein and zeaxanthin, two carotenoids that act like natural sunglasses for your eyes. These compounds accumulate in the retina, particularly in the macula, where they help filter harmful blue light and reduce the risk of oxidative damage. Regular intake of cooked kale has been shown to enhance visual acuity, protect against light-induced stress, and support long-term retinal function. When prepared properly, kale transforms from a hidden risk into a powerful ally for your eyesight. Finally, don't underestimate the humble tomato. Juicy, vibrant, and packed with flavor tomatoes are a rich source of lycopene, another potent antioxidant known for its ability to fight oxidative stress throughout the body. Lycopene not only benefits your eyes by protecting against age-related conditions like macular degeneration, but it also supports the health of your entire vascular system, including the blood vessels that feed your brain and heart. Cooked tomatoes, such as in sauces, stews, or soups, actually provide even more bioavailable lycopene than raw ones, making them a delicious and powerful addition to any eye-supportive meal. Incorporating these four vegetables, carrots, red bell peppers, cooked kale, and tomatoes into your regular diet can make a remarkable difference in how your eyes age. It's not just about eating vegetables. It's about eating the right ones, prepared the right way, with a clear intention to support your vision, brain, and heart. Every meal is a chance to protect what matters most, your ability to see the world clearly and stay connected to the people and experiences you love. The truth is, none of these vegetables are inherently harmful. They each have their own benefits when prepared and eaten the right way. What matters most is how often we eat them, how they're cooked, and whether we're truly paying attention to what our bodies need as we age. Protecting your vision doesn't require complicated diets or expensive supplements. It starts with awareness, small shifts in daily habits, and making smarter choices about the foods we trust. Healthy vision is not a luxury reserved for the young. It's something you can maintain and even improve with the right nutritional decisions. So if you've been reheating spinach, drinking raw kale smoothies, or reaching for pickles and canned corn without a second thought, Now is the time to pause and rethink. Your eyesight is precious. It allows you to see your loved ones enjoy life's details and live independently. Don't let avoidable habits quietly steal that away. If this video helped you or someone you love, please consider sharing it. And if you'd like more expert tips to support your eyes, brain, and body, naturally make sure to subscribe to Ageless Mind and Body and hit the notification bell. Together, let's age with clarity, strength, and purpose.